And I'm Will. And today we are here at Twisted Roots Farm, located in Judique, Nova Scotia. Today we're in the goat yard here, and behind us we have some of our chickens, and behind that we have our main garden areas. And the reason we have these systems in place like this is because we use a lot of the goat bedding to build up our garden beds. Because when we first arrived here on the property, it was just all forest. There was no pasture, nothing was tilled, and so we essentially had to create garden space from the areas that we cleared. And we've been using the animals to help clear those areas. So the goats have gone in and they'll clear up some of the pasture, as do some of the Highland cattle, which have both moved through this area. And then the pigs have come in behind and rooted some things up, and then we have the chickens come in after that and also do some cleanup. And then from there, we've been putting in different garden beds using the goat material from the goat house, which we muck out, throw in with the chickens. They mix it up, and then we take that and then we put it on top of our garden beds with a little bit of compost, and that's been our growing medium for the last couple of years. And this year has been the first year that we've had produce for sale up at our farm stand.
Yeah. So yes, it's great to have, as you can see, the goat shed and the chicken coop, and then the high tunnel in the back there are all really close to one another, which helps since we don't use tractors or other heavy machinery. So moving the bedding into the chicken area and then into the gardens is a much easier system because everything is so close. So that's been great, and yeah, all three of these systems, the gardens, the goats, and the chickens, just work so well together, which follows many of the permaculture principles, which is what we have based a lot of our farming on. But yeah, those more passive systems have been great here on our farm, and it's a huge learning curve for both of us because neither of us grew up farming. Our grandparents and great-grandparents did, but it's definitely not something that either of us grew up immersed in. So it's been a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error, a lot of mistakes, and many successes as well. So it's quite an exciting endeavor. It's a lot of hard work, yet there isn't anywhere else that either of us would rather be or anything that we'd rather be doing. And yeah, it's really exciting to see how we can work with the land base that was already here before we arrived, and how to create those relationships that benefit all of us instead of kind of that power over control way of farming that often happens in larger industrialized farming situations. So we're really trying to work with the forest and the flora and fauna that has been here much longer than we have, and yeah, trying to create relationships that benefit all of us. So it's quite an exciting experiment.
And also in that, part of what we're trying to do here as well is create more education by having volunteers come to the farm to learn some of the systems that we're trying, and also using some of their knowledge as well to try different things. And this year is the first year we've had our apprenticeship program, which allows folks to come here for longer terms. Usually it's a 3-month minimum term, and we have even some that have been staying for 6 months to continue different research and different projects here on the farm, and different methods in finding ways to be more sustainable, and also finding different ways that we can work more closely, like Terry was mentioning, with the land base. Our backgrounds also are in outdoor education and some social work, so we also combine some of that with the farming to provide a more rounded experience during the 3 months of being here, because we're also on 74 acres of mostly forest, so we're also able to explore the forest and do more nature-based type activities with the apprenticeship program.
Yeah, we're very excited to be able to create more infrastructure, to be able to host workshops and other educational opportunities, because everything that we've built here, well, there was just forest here, which is beautiful, but there was no infrastructure when we arrived, so it's been a lot of work to build a house, structures for animals, coops, garden spaces, clearing land for solar panels, and all of that has been, quite quite the beautiful endeavor, and we really look forward to being able to host more opportunities just for sharing and experimenting and learning, because there's the world is really a different place right now. There's a lot going on, and so we really want to focus on empowering people to grow their own food, to be connected to the land, because we both really strongly believe that if you don't have that connection to a place and that deep respect and love for a place, that you just won't take care of it. Those are just a few of the things that we've been really excited to share with all the volunteers and apprentices that come here, which for many of them, they've never been out in the forest before, they've never seen the stars before, and they've certainly never tended to the really simple day-to-day tasks, such as acquiring your own water, growing your own food, slaughtering animals, all of those things that really are the basis for sustaining our human lives. So so we're really excited to continue sharing more of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to do next is we're just going to take you up to the farm stand and just show you some of the products that we're currently producing from the farm.
We're at our farm stand now, which is new to us this year, and has been built by apprentices.
Mm-hmm. Built by apprentices, and it's all wood from the property. We have a small bandsaw mill, which we've had for about a year now, which has helped to build a lot of the infrastructure on the property. And we've also are looking at doing other forestry products, because we do have 74 acres of wooded land. So we're trying to utilize all the material that we have here on the property as we're clearing land and then building things like this. And the apprentices also learn basic building skills by doing little projects like this. So it's kind of a really great way to introduce basic construction, and also a great way to use material that we have on the property.
Yeah, it's been a really great learning experience for everyone to be able to see not only your food systems from start to finish, so either be that planting a seed and then harvesting the vegetables or whatever you've planted, to seeing, a broody hen hatch out chicks, and then to see those chicks through to becoming food. All of those processes, which the sawmill and the forestry products are just another one of those pieces that we've all been able to experience. So seeing a tree be felled, and all of the work that goes into removing the branches and chipping things, which we have a small chipper here as well, which has been a wonderful resource for many of the things here on the farm. And then taking that log, carrying it by 6 humans from the forest to the bandsaw mill, and then getting to see the log turned into lumber, and then the lumber built into something, has been a really very precious experience for all of us and all who come here. And so that's just another part of kind of that start to finish that we're really trying to engage in and to share with others. Is there anything?
Well, no, not on that, but just to, and the whole idea of start to finish, having volunteers and apprentices come here and be able to see crops from start to finish, or some of the fruits of their labor. So some of the things that we have available this year, we've been able to grow beets and tomatoes, Swiss chard, and eggs is another product that we are producing quite consistently.
We have more eggs than we know what to do with.
Yeah, but it's providing localized food as well has been a really important part of what we're trying to do here at Twisted Roots. So just being engaged in that process has been, even for us, seeing things from start to finish, has been such a wonderful experience, and that's just something that we want to share more with the local community.
Which has been great having the farm stand, because maybe you just heard a car drive by, but it's been wonderful to have people just come here. The farm stand is on an honor system, which so far has worked out wonderfully. No one has yoinked any vegetables or eggs, but then we're also able to meet people, and since having the farm stand and beginning to promote that we're here more, we've met so many community members, and yeah, it's just been a really wonderful way to engage with our local community and to teach the things that we both really love, and I think to rekindle that appreciation and love for localized foods, which of course the pandemic has given us just a glimpse of how fragile our food system really is. So yeah, we feel very privileged to be in this place that we can even grow this food and have enough extras to be able to share with others. So yeah, it's been a really wonderful process. We also have, of course, our pork products. So pork chops right now, and we didn't really get into it much, but the breeds that we raise of pigs are heritage breed pigs. Which their main purpose is a lot for their fat, which we then take the fat and render it into lard, which is an incredible cooking oil. It's localized, and yeah, it makes for magnificent meals. So that's another benefit of the slower growing heritage breed pigs that we are raising here. And soon we will also have Highland beef for sale, which is going to be a first for us. To be processing our cows, so always a big day on the farm, because we have chosen to do farm gate sales. So that means that all animals that we raise here, the cows and the pigs, that they are all harvested, so they're killed on site, and then we're able to sell the meat from the farm, which is really important to us to be able to have them be born here and then die here. It's just a really important part of the process for us, and something that we get to share with anyone who wants to be here and to witness that really very powerful process. So.
And I think just really emphasizing that we're a mixed farm, so we're kind of doing a little bit of everything. You know, everything from a bit of forestry to milling to growing meat and vegetables. And hopefully just trying to create more of a sustainable farm system that can help support us all year round, because we really are trying to avoid having off-farm jobs, and this is what we want to do full-time and just be here. So trying to also, promote the educational pieces as much as we can as well, to try to make it a well-rounded farm that is supportive all year round, instead of just trying to focus on one product or service.
Short growing season.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up for us. But thank you so much for joining us on this little glimpse of our farm here at Twisted Roots, and we hope that we'll see you soon.